The Dominican Republic and Haiti, two countries on one island. But they could hardly be more different. While the Dominican Republic is one of the wealthiest countries in the Caribbean, with a comfortable standard of living and is also a popular tourist destination for Europeans, the exact opposite is the case in the other part of the island. Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. The standard of living is extremely low, and the country is characterized by violence, gang terror, and diseases such as cholera. Relations between the two countries have been tense ever since their independence. While the government of the Dominican Republic has long sought to ease tensions, the focus is now on isolation. In addition to a massive border fence along the lines of the fence between the USA and Mexico, the country is now even planning a wall almost 4 meters high. But how were the two countries able to develop so differently? What triggered the tensions between them? And why is the Dominican Republic taking such a hard line right now? We take a look at all these questions in today's video. The reasons for the different development of the two countries go back several centuries in colonial history. Initially, the entire island of Hispaniola was, as the name suggests, under Spanish rule. It was not until 1697 that Spain had to cede the western third to France, and the colony of Saint-Domingue was created. But back then, the exact opposite of today's poverty was the case. Thanks to the production of sugar, coffee, cocoa, and cotton, the colony grew to become the richest French colony. However, the wealth was based on cruel slave labor. This eventually led to more and more slave revolts, and the slaves were actually able to free themselves from French rule. In 1804, Haiti became the first country in Latin America to gain its independence. However, the newly gained independence did not only have advantages. France demanded extremely high reparation payments for diplomatic recognition. In addition, Haiti waged a cruel and costly war against its island neighbor, in which it was able to conquer the entire islands. However, the economy was in ruins and there were few economic prospects for the country. In 1844, the Dominican Republic also gained independence from Haiti, which weakened the country even further. Both countries were marked by coups, rebellions, and political unrest over the next few decades, but the Dominican Republic managed to stabilize itself from the middle of the 20th century and create a reasonably democratic system. This was also due to the social structure. While the Dominican Republic consisted of a relatively homogeneous society of Spanish origin, a large part of Haiti's society consisted of former slaves from various ethnic groups. This led to repeated power struggles between the ethnic groups, which is why Haiti was unable to establish a lasting, stable political system. In addition, the country has always been affected by terrible natural disasters. Hurricanes and earthquakes occur time and again, leaving hundreds of thousands of people homeless and destroying much of the country's infrastructure. And all these reasons are the breeding ground for violence and gang crime. As recently as 2021, Haiti's head of state was shot dead in his bedroom. And that is also the reason why more and more Haitians are fleeing to the neighboring country in search of protection, security, and economic prospects. In recent decades, the Dominican Republic has developed into one of the most popular tourist destinations, especially for Europeans, and the country has one of the fastest-growing economies in Latin America. The economy is now 10 times larger than that of Haiti. For a long time, the government of the Dominican Republic tolerated the Haitians, who often worked as the cheapest labor in the country and contributed to the country's economic growth. However, this attitude changed as Haiti continued to decline. The country was hit particularly hard in 2010 by the worst earthquake in the history of North and South America, which killed an estimated 200,000 to 500,000 people and left millions homeless. Since then, anarchy has reigned in large parts of the country and more gangs have taken control of the shattered country. The head of Doctors Without Borders operations in Haiti describes the situation as follows. To describe everyday life in Haiti, you have to resort to war vocabulary. The country then reached another peak in the spiral of violence in 2021 with the assassination of the president in his own bedroom. The government of the Dominican Republic, fearing that the violence would spill over into its own country, reacted quickly and sent the military to the border. It was supported by armored vehicles and drones. Work also began on building a wall to reinforce the border. The bulwark is to be almost 4 meters high and extend over a length of 164 kilometers. The wall will also be secured with 70 watchtowers, cameras with facial recognition software, motion sensors, and drones. The groundbreaking ceremony for the wall last year led to international outrage, but the government is determined to carry out the project. The Dominican Republic continues to seal itself off, and Haiti will sink even further into chaos as a result.